Now at 6, Joplin schools unveil proposed safety upgrades for elementary campuses. Plus, a house fire in Carl Junction leads to a criminal investigation, and local artists get down to business during a symposium at Missouri Southern.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Joplin schools take the next step in a comprehensive building overhaul. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. With Phase 1 renovations already underway, the district is now releasing Phase 2 recommendations targeting classroom upgrades, parking lot safety, and security improvements. Ty Parks has details on that $50 million proposal.
The Long Range Facility Committee started 2 years ago, and they went through every single building, looking over everything and rolled out recommendations for improvement. Phase 1 has started. Now the plans for Phase 2 are being released.
For the safety and security of our kids and families and staff, we need to do some parking renovations and pick up drop-off renovations in some of those schools.
Recommendations include renovations to classrooms and the hallways, as well as trying to get them up to the same standard as the tornado-built schools, Irving, Soaring Heights, and Dover. Even Joplin High School will see changes.
You think when you build a high school and you have 3 gyms, that's enough, but then our goal is to always have as many activities for our kids as possible. And so when you start adding archery, winter guard, all those different activities and to go along with athletics, space runs out really quick.
However, it's going to take money to complete.
All of them, it's probably looking around $50 million. So we would look at possibly a $40 million bond issue if the board chooses to do that. And then we'd use an additional $10 million from our capital outlay reserves for that. We're already using $11 million of our capital outlay reserves for the Phase 1 project, so we would add another $10 million into the projects.
The bonds pass. They hope to have it finished by summer of 2028. In Joplin, Ty Parks, KOAM News.
The long-range facility plan serves as a living document, so whoever's on the school board can see the progress made and continue making improvements. Unseasonably warm out there. Doesn't feel like November. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney.
Thanks, Dow. It is warm. It's going to stay warm all week long and even into the weekend. By Saturday, upper 70s. Though current conditions out there right now, we are starting to drop down into the 60s. We'll eventually be even cooler tonight. Mostly mild temperatures, seasonable temperatures this evening. We also have pretty clear skies through the first half of the night. Temperatures dropping down to the mid 40s across the board, but clouds do start to increase. Luckily, holding off a little bit later into the evening, just in time for us to potentially see another bit of our geomagnetic storm that we saw last night. Now, pretty clear view on Tuesday. We could see that again on Wednesday. We also have another extreme severe storm going on tonight. So if you get a chance to go out, best times would be about 8 to midnight tonight to see the aurora lights.
Lindsay, we'll see you soon. An investigation into the cause of a house fire turns into a criminal investigation. Authorities responded to reports of the house fire last night in the 3100 block of North Illinois of Carl Junction. Witnesses say a man ran from the area when the fire was appearing. No occupants or responders were injured. The Missouri State Fire Marshal's office will assist in the investigation, which the Carl Junction Fire Chief confirms is an active criminal investigation. 2 men survived a small plane crash without injuries in Chesterfield, Missouri yesterday. The plane was returning to the Spirit of St. Louis Airport when it crashed. The pilot deployed a parachute, which investigators say helped glide the plane into the tree line. Chesterfield City Councilwoman said the fact that the men got up and walked away from the crash is a miracle.
They got up and walked away, so today's a miracle. I haven't talked with the family, but they're fine. Everybody's okay. It's just a miracle. So this is a blessing day.
The pilot said he thinks it's a possible mechanical failure, but he wasn't sure.
What do you think as you look at that parachute?
It's different. I like it. I'm glad it was there, and they're glad it was there.
The National Transportation Safety Board will investigate the cause of that crash. The U.S. House votes today on reopening the federal government. Some members from both parties oppose a provision that would close a loophole in the 2018 Farm Bill. That provision targets hemp products with more than 0.4 milligrams of THC, the primary psychoactive compound in cannabis that causes the high. Supporters say it stops unsafe THC products from reaching consumers. The measure would not affect hemp growers who make building materials, rope, and clothing.
Oh, we're done. We'll close up shop for sure. So we have lab work on all of our product. We're not required in this industry, and that's what we've been fighting for 3 years in Missouri, is regulation, common sense regulation.
One Missouri congressman says he supports the provision despite concerns from CBD owners. Oliver and other business owners want regulation, they say, instead of prohibition. The vote could determine the future of Missouri's hemp industry. MSSU discussed the business of art today as the school held the Nanette Philibert Business of Art Symposium. The event brought together artists, entrepreneurs, and business leaders to share insight into the business side of creative careers. The symposium aimed to help local artists turn their passion into a profession, with discussions on marketing, networking, and sustainability in the arts. A pair of sisters in Joplin put on their dancing shoes for some serious fun competition. Ben McLeish has their story coming up later in sports. But up first, double the donations, double the impact.
Nearly 50 nonprofit organizations in Southeast Kansas are participating in Match Week. My name is Mitch Adams, and I'll bring you more details about that story coming up.
The spirit of giving is alive and well in Southeast Kansas. 48 nonprofit organizations in the area are participating in Match Week, meaning donations to a good cause could be even greater. KOAM's Mitch Adams gives us that story.
Match Week is in full swing in Southeast Kansas, with donations flowing in to support nonprofit organizations. The Community Foundation of Southeast Kansas is offering matching donations to help build sustainability for the nonprofits.
And the Community Foundation is proud to have over $100,000 in matching funds to amplify donations that come in from the community. So more money that helps support our local nonprofits and the work that they do day in and day out to better our community.
One benefactor of donations this week consists of the Miners Hall Museum, Franklin Community Park, and Dragline Park, which are all managed by one entity. Phyllis Bittner, the chair of the Miners Hall Museum Foundation, says that the Match Week helps grow funding that may need to be utilized by future board members.
We know that all of us won't be here, say 10 or 15 years from now, and we want the facilities to continue to be able to be maintained. So through the endowment funds, that's how that will happen.
The efforts from area foundations and the generosity of donors is meant to pave a way for organizations to increase their longevity and be an active part of the community.
Needs in our community, donors are helping support that effort, and we're an avenue to help them do that. And it's really humbling to see the support that our community has for all these organizations and the work that they do.
Reporting in Southeast Kansas, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
According to Executive Director Devin Gorman, the foundation's approaching $2 million that's been given to support nonprofits in the area in the last 10 years. A little bit later, the internet lights up with some amazing photos of the aurora borealis, including right here in our area.
Plus, temperatures really warm up through the rest of the week. I'll have those details coming up. Well, temperatures really warmed up today, and they'll continue to stay well above average for the rest of the week. So if you like warm temperatures, you get to enjoy them all the way through Saturday. Now, current temperatures out there, we're already dropping down into the low 60s, upper 50s, even down to 52 in Parsons, 56 in Nowata. Now, despite being mild to slightly above average temperatures tonight, we are still nearly 5 to 10 degrees warmer this time today than this time yesterday. So we continue to see that warm up Thursday, Friday, even Saturday into the upper 70s. Now, we do cool down following that. So if you really like these warm, near summer-like temperatures, you get to enjoy it all week. Now, clear skies tonight. Taking a look at downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We'll have clear skies remaining for most of the evening, though clouds do approach for us Thursday morning. Now here we are, 9 o'clock tonight. A few clouds up there near Yates Center. Those push in or try to before moving out of the area. So through about midnight, clear skies until these clouds, upper level clouds, start to push in for us Thursday morning. So nearly overcast skies through the morning hours. But luckily for us, like I said, they're holding off till after midnight, so you get a chance to see the northern lights again tonight. If you missed them last night, we do have another strong storm tonight, which could then produce the auroras in our area, or at least maybe if you need a camera, you get the chance to see it. So best viewing time, 9 p.m. to about 1 a.m. But with the sun going down earlier, may even get to see it as early as 8 o'clock. Now, for the rest of the week, we really are just be focusing on the ridge, the warm up, with these temperatures getting into the upper 70s by Friday and even into Saturday. They could even near record temperatures, if not break any records. Now, our next chance of rain is holding off until Monday. We have a short wave that's just producing a few light showers there in the evening, potentially, and then into Tuesday morning. But after that, our more widespread chances of rain will be moving in on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We could even see, you can see some thunderstorm chances there, though a little too far away to tell if it's going to be severe or not. Definitely going to see some rain chances with that low pressure system. Moves out of the way, and we have a slight warm up before our second low pushes in by the end of next weekend. Now, we won't see cooler temperatures until that second low approaches, so we're going to be in the upper 70s all week long. A couple of cooler days Sunday, Tuesday, and then we're back into the 60s for most of next week, and like we saw, pretty rainy week as well. So if you enjoy sunny, warm temperatures, like you're a summer person, you'll get that chance this weekend. It's going to be a bit windy Friday and Saturday, but still well above average, nearly 20 degrees above average.
Wow, but obviously that extraordinary temperature is not going to last for long.
It is.
Thanks. That Northern Lights display lit up the four-state sky last night. Look at this. It was a stunning sight for those of us fortunate enough to catch it. These are images sent to us by viewers right here in this area. The technical term for this is an aurora, and it occurs as a result of a coronal mass ejection, which is a particle-charged blast of solar material that serves as a magnetic field in space. 2 CMEs were detected last night. If you missed it last night, you could try again tonight. NOAA is currently monitoring a third one. Could potentially reach a similar intensity as early as 8 p.m. It looks like it might be weaker tonight. It's still hard to tell. NOAA will continue to provide updates on its website. Still ahead, 2 young Joplin dancers are taking their talents overseas as part of Team USA. We're going to have highlights of their story as they prepare to perform on the international stage.
Some of the most successful competitive dancers in the entire country live here in the four states area in Joplin. KOAM sports reporter Ben McLeish has the story of the Putnick sisters.
Inside Ovation Studios in Carthage, you'll find 2 sisters who move like mirrors of one another. They spend hours each day in this room, sharpening every step, every turn, driven by something more than just talent.
I started dancing when I was 3 years old. Honestly, my mom just signed me up. She said, "Oh, your friend's taking dance, and I think this would be something fun for you to do."
But that simple sign-up turned into something extraordinary. Today, 15-year-old Yesvi and 11-year-old Arika Putnick are among the most successful competitive dancers in the region, winning titles across the country and representing the United States on the international stage.
When I got wrapped with the United States flag at the Continental Cup, it was such a great feeling.
And their success is no accident. Behind every performance are long nights, late homework, and a lot of sacrifice.
The next day, sometimes I've woken up at like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. I think the earliest I've woken up to do some schoolwork is like 3 a.m. and then gone to school the next day and done it all over again.
Even at that pace, they rarely take a break.
Instead of sitting down or instead of taking that break, we push through the pain.
And it shows.
They are some of the hardest working dancers that I've ever had the privilege of working with.
In the studio, they're dedicated athletes. On stage, they're storytellers.
You're required to have all the athleticism of any athlete, and in many cases more. On top of that, also have to have artistry and be able to have emotion and connection with an audience and be able to perform on stage and just really bring that dynamic to life.
And for these two, the connection runs deeper than any choreography.
We've done a duet for 5 years now, and every time we've always just connected really well on stage. Honestly, we fight a lot. We have that siblings arguments and stuff, but that makes us grow stronger on stage.
Sibling rivalry? Sure, but also a partnership built on trust, talent, and love.
Yes, we are sisters, we fight, but when you see that like each other has different strengths and you can help each other with that, it's always so helpful to have someone older than me who I can really rely on and tell her everything.
And through every performance, trophy, and late night at the studio, the Putnick sisters continue to prove that hard work and heart go hand in hand.
I would rather go on to a dance competition and be someone else's biggest motivator than win a national champion title, whatever. There's a million dancers in the world, and to know that someone watches me dance and to know someone cares, even one singular person, that means the world to me.
From the floor of Ovation Studios to stages around the country, they dance not just to compete, but to inspire. Ben McLeish, KOAM Sports.
The sisters' incredible journey is far from over as well. Later this month, they'll join Team USA in Italy and Belgium for the IDO World Championships. Heck of a story there by Ben, and a really cool journey for them too.
And you have to really admire those young women for their strength, their grace, their dedication, all those hours of practice. And
absolutely.
The four-state area and our nation should be proud to claim them as our own.
Absolutely.
Wish them well. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. The U.S. mints its final penny today. What that's going to mean for your wallet. Plus, the CDC stops vaccination campaigns as whooping cough and flu cases rise. And we're going to take you inside an exclusive Ken Burns documentary screening in Iola, Kansas today. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Unseasonably warm weather tonight, and looks like clear skies tonight. We're hoping that once again we're going to get to see the aurora borealis to our north.
I'm definitely hoping for that. I missed it last night. Looking forward to it. We'll have clear skies through most of the evening tonight. A little bit of a cloudy start for us on Thursday though, but temperatures continue to warm up through the weekend. Windy Friday and Saturday, but temperatures reaching the upper 70s. Near record temperatures on Saturday. I think our record today was 81 degrees. So, I mean, we're getting pretty close, especially over the weekend.
It looks like
but
it.
we finally get a chance to cool down next week again.
A good weekend now to get outside, maybe do some of that yard work before it gets bitterly cold. Final sports note.
Today is the first of multiple national signing days, and a lot of athletes in our area, including Joplin, had 7 athletes sign to commit their future. So we'll have a lot of that content coming up tonight.
An exciting time for the athletes and their families and for the prospective schools they're going to. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.